Okay, so I've had a few questions about how I put together my half a tree. So here I am with my freezer and the parts of my tree. This is the behind the scenes. This is what it looks like here. So you can see there's some drywall anchors that I use as screws because cardboard, unlike wood, doesn't have a lot of fiber. So I'm very careful to make sure I'm in the screw holes so I don't strip the cardboard, but I also use these drywall screws because they're way wider than regular screws. And so they anchor into the thing better. So the first step is putting together the tree trunk, which is like this. And basically I just have these two pieces. These came pre-assembled in like a box of packaging or something like that. And I looked at it and I went, you know what, this is really, really strong. I'm just gonna keep it as is. So I cut off the extra pieces that I didn't need. And then because there was this extra piece here, I went ahead and used that. And then I just screw this in. Yeah. And you'll see that the other holes here have colored paint. That is so that I can do them later. I'm gonna need a screwdriver. I will be right back. All right, I'm back. So here we go. I have this guy, which is gonna just go ahead and get tightened up. Nice and snug. And this guy, which also gets tightened up. Nice and snug. And then the magic happens. So all the little colored holes are for the branches, and I have them all painted with the color that corresponds. And then on the back, this extra tape, well, this isn't gonna fall over because this extra tape is actually covering over some really, really strong magnets. So it's holding these magnets in place so that it just sticks on just like that. So it's magnetic as a tree. And what I do is I use the hook at the top to make sure that it doesn't fall off my freezer. So here's the hook. And it just goes on there, and I'm gonna just stretch these out a little bit. So that's just a really nice strong spot where it's for sure not gonna fall down. And then I like to make sure everything is centered and somewhat clean. And it's then floating. I also have a couple hooks down at the bottom here, a couple nails that I put in. Those are for the lights. So that'll come near the end, but next step is the branches. So for the branches, I always start at the bottom, and if I look carefully, I can see that this is a particular color of blue. I don't know if you can see that. Anyway, I'm just matching it up with the same color of blue as is there. I think I actually have some gray that goes below this. So, and I try and sort of match up the holes that I've already made. There's a gray. Let's get it down here. And, there's another gray one. So I think that one goes here. It's kind of a bit of a guessing as to exactly which hole which one goes into, but as long as I get it sort of close, it should be okay because all the same color are in the same places. Okay, maybe this one comes up front. And I can kind of roughly judge where they go. The rough guessing here. Okay. Come on, do you go in here? What direction do you go? So anyway, I'm gonna keep going with this and we'll speed this up. So well, my phone battery died because it took me such a long time to finish doing the first part of my tree. But I got it. So now I need to fluff up the branches so that they are a little bit nicer, and get them all set out, and then I will need to put up the lights. So part of fluffing the tree involves spreading out all of the branches so that they're all separated and all that kind of thing. But then the other part is actually combining them together so that they are connected and not falling apart. So I like to take sort of the back branches back here and just twist them together, which I can really only do because this is an artificial tree. And I only do a couple branches at the back, but it just helps to make it so that the tree is really solid, and I feel a little bit less like it's all going to collapse on me, which is good because I put real ornaments on this tree and they are special to me. I'm also probably going to take some of the extra tree garland that I have and wind it around the tree trunk, just so that there's a little bit less of the tree trunk look sort of sticking out. All right, see you in a bit. And this is where I finish off for today. I'm gonna just put ornaments back on and then I'll be all done, but that video you've already seen. So there we go. I've got my lights up, I have my tree, and yep, it's still on the freezer. So I can still open the freezer and make it all work. Have a fabulous Christmas.